The wind that blew that night carried more than the scent of rain. It was heavy, whispering secrets only the spirit could understand. 6-year-old Iluka lay coiled in the corner of her bed, eyes wide open, staring at the moonlight that danced through the cracks of the wooden window. Her mother was gone, buried only days ago behind the backyard of their house. Her laughter now just like an echo in Iluka's heart. Her father, Mr. Peter, hadn't spoken much since. His once bright eyes had dimmed like a dying lantern. Iluka missed her mother's soft singing voice, her gentle hands, the warm stories she told by the fire. Now, the house was too quiet, too hollow. Her father sat for hours, unmoving, only the rise and fall of his chest reminding Iluka that he was still alive. A year passed. Mr. Peter, weary and alone, made a decision. The village women had whispered it would be good for Iluka to have a mother again. He met Madam Ngozi at a neighbor's gathering. She was soft-spoken, reserved and kind, or so she seemed. Her smiles were practiced, her movements graceful. After a few visits, Mr. Peter was convinced and believed she was the healing his home needed. After their small marriage, Madam Ngozi arrived at the compound with her wrapper tied tightly around her chest and a single item carried carefully by two strange men. A large, old-fashioned mirror, framed in black wood, its surface veiled in a white cloth. She insisted it should be placed in the farthest room of the house, the one no one used. Mr. Peter didn't see anything in this, and he didn't ask questions. But Iluka watched from the corner of the compound. Her instincts, though young, stirred uneasily. That mirror didn't belong here. She didn't know how, but somehow she felt it. Madam Ngozi greeted her with sugary sweetness, kneeling to hug her, running her fingers through her hair. But Iluka's skin crawled at her every touch. Days passed. Ngozi cooked and cleaned, doting over Mr. Peter, pretending to adore Iluka. But when her husband wasn't looking, her eyes turned cold. She gave Iluka tasks she couldn't finish and scolded her in whispers. So, one afternoon, as the sun dipped low, Ngozi called Iluka with a smile. "Come, my dear," she said. "Go to my room and bring me the sticker I placed on the mirror." Iluka hesitated. The room was dark and always locked, but today it was open. She then walked slowly, each step heavier than the last. The room was silent except for her heartbeat. The mirror stood against the wall like a sleeping giant. Iluka reached towards it, her fingers trembling. The sticker was near the top edge. As she touched it, the surface rippled like water. Her hand sank in immediately. She gasped, but it was too late. The mirror pulled her in, then silence returned. Ngozi smiled. Her plan had worked. No more Iluka. Now, when she bore children, they would be Mr. Peter's only true heirs and inherit his properties. That night, Mr. Peter returned to an empty house. "Where is Iluka?" he asked, his voice hoarse. "She ran away," Ngozi replied calmly. "I told her not to go out, but she disobeyed me and ran away. I have searched everywhere for her." Mr. Peter's heart broke anew. He searched the whole village, knocked on every door, reported to the police station. No one had seen her. Posters were made, prayers offered, but days became weeks and then months. Iluka was forgotten by many. But her father never stopped mourning. His home became a shell to him. He rarely even spoke to Ngozi and always talking to himself, soliloquizing. His business began to grumble. His hair grayed forcefully. And Ngozi, she never conceived. Her womb remained empty. She visited healers, made sacrifices, but still nothing changed. The mirror remained untouched and calm inside her room. 3 years passed. One night, Mr. Peter walked from the local bar where he usually goes to drink. The stars blurry above. As he passed a bundle of rags, muttering to himself by the roadside, the figure stood and called out, "Peter Chukwudi Okafor." Mr. Peter stood cold. No one has called him by all his 3 names. The madman grind his teeth, saying, "Break the mirror and be free." Peter stared at him. "What did you say?" "Break the mirror," the man repeated, and then sank back into his madly chants. The words clogged on Peter's mind as he walked home. When he entered, he saw Ngozi ready to leave for the market. She was wrapping a basket. "I am going to the market," she said. "You are unusually quiet." "I am fine," he lied, and then she left unbothered. Peter sat and then rose up again, as if something pulled him towards the room he had avoided for so long. It just happened that he forgot that room was part of his house. Dust lined the floor to the room as he eventually entered. The mirror stood in the corner, covered but still radiating a cold dread. He lifted the clothes softly. It was not a mirror. It was black, murky, like storm clouds trapped behind glass. He fetched his hammer. The first strike bounced back. He hit it again harder, and the second cracked the wood. And then the third, a loud scream filled the house. The mirror split into 2 with a shattering wail. It was Iluka, his child. She looked the same, not a day older. Her eyes fluttered open and met her father. Peter dropped the hammer. He fell to his knees and embraced her, sobbing. Her body was warm and alive. The mirror had frozen her in time. As they held each other, laughter from the streets turned into wild screams. News came fast. Ngozi had gone mad in the village, pulling at her hair, shouting at unseen spirits. She had collapsed and been taken away. Peter never saw her again. He vowed never to remarry. He sold his remaining property and moved to a quieter part of the village. There, he raised Iluka, his child, with all the love he had. She was all he needed after all. And she, in her innocent smile, brought back the light he thought he had lost forever. Because sometimes, even after the darkness swallows us in life, love finds a way to shine through. Thank you so much for watching.